Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing with this guy again, and no, I'm not giving myself another self haircut just yet, but a lot of you were asking what length I trim my beard to and if I could do a beard grooming routine. So I'm going to show you how I use this, what I do, and my techniques for trimming your beard. I'm sure a lot of you let your barber trim your beard whenever you go and get a haircut, so it is actually very easy to do at home yourself. All you need is a good beard trimmer. So I'm going to show you how we do it. This, by the way, is Philips Series 5000. This is the best one that I've ever had. I've bought this 2 or 3 times now from Amazon because any other one that I've tried does not compare or compete with this at all. So this is the best one in my opinion. Normally what I do to start off is I trim my whole beard to 3.5 millimeters. So I'll show you how I do that, and then I start to make a few little adjustments after I've trimmed the whole thing to 3.5. So let's get stuck in. So as you can see, I'm pushing up against the grain of the hair. That's going to allow for a more even trim across the whole face. It's going to allow you to also trim the beard a lot faster and a lot neater rather than going down like this. So as you can see, quite a lot has come off, and this is a 3.5 millimeter. I actually like this maybe 2 or 3 days after it's grown out a bit. It is a little bit short. You can see that down here is a lot more heavy for me compared to up here. So I'm going to show you how I fix that in a minute. Just need to do the tash and this bit. Okay guys, so that is step 1 done. That is by far the easiest bit, and obviously depending on how you like your beard and how you want it to look, you might do a different length to me, but that's 3.5 millimeter over the whole face, and that is by far the easiest step. A lot of you, I'm sure, if you do trim your beard at home, probably only do that step, which is go over the whole face with the same number, and that's you done. That is perfectly acceptable, and that's going to leave you with a nice rugged look, but I do like to touch things up a little bit further. So I'm going to show you how I do that and how I kind of take my beard grooming, don't know what these hands are all about, take my beard grooming to the next level and just add some finishing touches. So as you can see, under here is a little bit darker than the sides. So what I like to do is I knock it down from a 3.5 to a 3, and I just go over the heavier areas just to tone them down a little bit, because I don't think a patchy beard looks that good, to be honest. So I'm just going to try and tone them areas down now. I'll show you how I do that with a 3 millimeter, so just 0.5 shorter. It's a very small difference, but it does definitely make a noticeable difference. And again, I'm going to do exactly the same method on my mustache, because my mustache is a little bit heavier than the rest of my beard. So I'm going to knock that down to 3 millimeter too, just quickly go over it. And also what I'm going to do is change the exposure on this so you can kind of see more detail in the beard. Okay, so before we go on to the next tip, just when you're doing your mustache, what I like to do is stick my tongue up in my lip and kind of pull down like that, so you can get right in underneath the nose, because you don't want to have any long or stray hairs. It's just not a good look. So I'll show you once again. And it's as simple as that. Again, for this little bit, the soul patch, you can do the same thing with the tongue. So now we're looking a little bit tidier already. So for me, the next step is to line up under the beard. What you don't want to do is you don't want to leave a big line, like a straight line across here, because that just looks absolutely terrible. So you want to leave like almost like a U under the chin, or what you can do is follow down from the ear and follow the jawline all the way down and round, but it should curve. It should never just be a straight line. That is going to look terrible. So I kind of show you what type of shape I'm going to go for. Okay, so I don't know how well you can see this, but all I've done is followed a straight line down here in front of the ear and round the jawline. All that's going to do is define your face more and give you a stronger jawline, because your beard is almost going to add contrast and exaggerate it. So you want to just follow and stick with the jawline. Whatever you do, do not come up under here that is the worst thing you could ever do. You wanna just allow it to trail off under the neck. Definitely do not come up here. That is a big no-no. It looks the worst ever. And this is a bit more natural, so. Again, make sure when you're using the no guard under the neck that you're pulling the skin nice and tight. You don't want to get any cuts with this at all. And another thing you can do to tidy it up even better is just use a wet razor or a normal razor to really tidy up any bits of stubble here. So let's see if you can see the difference between one side and the other. It's a very, very subtle difference, but it does make a difference. It just cleans up the whole look. And I, as you know, like to look clean and well groomed. So let's do this side now, boys and girls. Okay, and another thing that I like to do is put this back on, go to maybe a 2.5. I'm gonna go to a 2 and kind of just fade out that solid line a little bit. And that really doesn't do too much at all. It just kind of blends it in so it's not as much of a harsh, solid line. Just notice that I missed a bit. Make sure to check thoroughly in the mirror as well to make sure that you haven't missed anywhere, because there is nothing worse than a man who thinks he's well groomed and he's missed a few hairs. Absolute amateur mistake. And another thing just to be careful with is get a nice hot warm cloth and rinse your neck and your whole face. In fact, after you've done this, you want to get all the dirt off there. You don't want to allow any of that to sink into the pores, because that's how you get ingrown hairs and spots. Final step, the muzzy mustache. Right, hopefully I don't mess it up, because it's easy to mess this up. Oh, it's in my eye. That's one thing you have to be really careful of. Flying hairs into the eyeballs. Can you see it on my eyeball? Okay, on my eyeball, the hair, and it's really sharp. And now I'm just spreading more hairs. Oh, right, bear with me one second.
You want me to get it?
Yeah, one second. So yeah, guys, please watch out for those flying hairs, because that happens quite often and it really, really hurts. Okay guys, so I don't know if you can really even tell the difference there, but it's something that I notice, especially when my beard is a bit longer. I've literally just took away from the bottom of my mustache here to here. So there's no connecting line there, and I just think that gives for a nicer look for sure. What you want to do is along the bottom of your lip, especially when your mustache is a little bit longer, kind of sinks and curls around your lip and goes into your food when you're eating and stuff. It's an absolute melt and it's not very nice. And it's also, a true gentleman would never have a mustache run into his lip. So all you want to do is take the razor and you want to turn it this way, okay? And you're literally gonna take the very end off so that there's no more mustache covering your lip. And obviously you want to tilt this. You don't want it like that, that's a disaster. You want to tilt it in with the mustache. Just be super careful with that one, because you can mess everything up so easily. But again, that makes a big difference, and that's one tip that you must do. Also, if you're going to trim your beard and you're going to spend a lot of time on it like this, make sure to do it either in the evening, not the morning, because if you're in the morning, most of the time you're in a rush. Obviously not during lockdown, you're probably not in a rush, but most of the time you will be in a rush, so do not do it in the morning. Do it before you go to bed when you've got lots of time and you can relax. Final tip, which I don't really have to do because I kind of have a natural line here, but a lot of people kind of get hairs growing up to here, like a lot further than what mine does. So all you want to do is just draw kind of a gradual line. And again, I don't really have that problem because mine kind of shapes quite naturally anyway, and the hairs are a lot thinner here. It's super easy to fix up. You just want to follow kind of underneath your cheekbone and come round. Again, leaving it as natural as possible. I think sometimes when people get it like fully carved in, it just looks a bit dramatic and a bit over the top, to be honest. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is our tutorial done. Now what I'm gonna go and do is get a nice warm, wet cloth and just go over my face, get rid of any loose hairs, and do that repeatedly. And then what I'm gonna do is rinse with cold water to close all those pores, and then finish off with a nice moisturizer and aftershave. And that is the video complete. So I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching. It's a very easy, basic tutorial, but I just wanted to put it out there to help some of you guys. And again, as I said, you could just do the same length over the whole face, 3.5 millimeters for me, for those asking and wondering. And that is our video complete. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.